E for eMiniWizard.com and MarketWizard.com. It's just after the open on the 18th of January, reminding traders to use risk capital you can afford to lose. All right, this is going to be a private video, probably. Maybe not. Yes, I do agree with you, Brian. Symmetry trade is done. I do believe in my heart that certain things occur over and over. And it's up to us to understand those things. And that's what I've been trying to teach in this room. Teach traders things that I have discovered that work over the years. And the squeeze right into the end of pre-market session caught some traders. So I don't believe we're going to get just a flash crash or anything like that. Going to need rotations. Anybody that's coming into the 52s to 51.5, stops down if you're shorting. You can see right here on our 1-minute chart, which is a very fast chart, but you can see we're coming into the blue line for the first time. We're hitting 2 boxes back. A lot of time in the day. Traders from 45.25 have been trapped. And that should send some bells off with you. Thank you, Zeke. NQ has been leading the way. NQ is coming back to its 50 back from last year. Step by step, we've been able to see potential areas, toe holes, as the market tries to hold and recapture lost territory, which is basically a retest. 1-minute chart very fast, but you can see it's been working. Methodology would work with 1s and 2s and 5s and whatever. Our base chart is the 15-minute chart. And you can see how well when we turned the corner yesterday, up, up, up. So we already know this blue line right here, support still broken as it rises. So I'm going to look at 52 as a middle pivot right now. You got to get paid by 52s. And we can certainly go lower, but I think it's hit and run. Anybody that's playing right now, either side, but 52s for sure. If you're trying to come south side against the push. And if you don't like this open, don't trade it. Just go sideline. It's been a squeeze type trade. My targets that I had suggested are already hit from yesterday, some of the big targets that I was looking at. So I'm wondering if we've got stolen range and maybe going to have more chop than we'd like. That's certainly a possibility. Okay, if we take this approach of a 3-box system yesterday, we said, make sure you are paid back here by 25, right? 25, 75, 26.25. That held, and then it scooted up into the close. We came back, we held that 32 region, and off we went. In overnight light volume, Options expiration, anything goes. And the burden is on the shorts to start to undermine this push. So far, not yet. And here's a look at last year's range, and you can see how our target had been this zone, right, from 53 support, trying to get up here to the 32s. And now we're in the next box, 456 trade. Anybody remember why I've got this line right here? And why I've got this line up here? Anybody remember? I think we're starting to get to a point where we need some more pullback. Chasers today, be very careful. Nobody remembers? Yes, Marcus, great. That was last year's open. Very nice, Marcus. And the one above it? Go to head of class if you get the one above it. Anybody? Help them out. Using 62 and a half as resistance until broken right now. And it's just a just trying to use a estimate of a few points resistance to come backwards and try to see if we can back and fill a little bit. Not sure. That was actually that previous year's high, at 26.98 and a quarter. And we lost that, and then it was lights out, and now this is a V bounce, reclaiming a lot of this territory. We'd called support 20, 23, 75, I think it was. Little dip below it, and then bang, it's been up ever since. And that was our 2-year. So we know right now we are in the 25.91 support, remember? And that helped yesterday a bit. And we're clearly in this box in a 2-year relationship. And these will all come down, bang, 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 and now we're all white going up. So far, it's not been a negative bar so far. So you can use what I'm showing you on multiple different ideas. Here was the 56 and a quarter idea target. Anybody that's scalping short side, 52 stops down. Not quite a dime. Dime's going to be after 48. Right in here. That's our 40 back. We squeeze right into the open, and then generals have been coming back ever since. We can tell that just by obviously the size of the swing. I'm thinking neutrally. I'm not thinking plunge. I'm not thinking crash. I'm not thinking, oh my God. I'm thinking try to grab your 4 or 5 points today, get out of the way and take several shots at it. Zeke has got half gap at 45.75. That's obviously going to be considered as support until broken, first time back. This is one of the reasons why I don't use just a 1 minute chart. Because over time, it's much too fast to just see it. You have to back it up with a little bit more. Like this 5 minute chart. Because otherwise you're just like a squirrel running all over the place. You know, in the middle of the road. It's helpful, but I prefer a little bit deeper look as well. And this squeeze right into the open and then here. So we had the right target zone. If you can come within a couple of points of the target, you know, it's hard to do better than that. At least for me. I'm not that good. All right, anybody that's coming in got the 52. This is our next box. If you want to look at it this way, I set this up just to help you understand that concept. So that would make this 55, 51 and a half, this area 52 as our middle box for now. Band in the top box and trying to find support in the next one, 3-box system. Boys were funny today. They hung on to it right to the very last minute, squeezing traders. And I said today, be very careful chasing. You can certainly buy, but drop your losers. And the reason I say you can buy is because it's morning after trend day and we've already had our extension. And then sometimes you get that extension and that's it. You know, you just kind of range trade or retest failure and then you start to get a little bit more pullback. Nobody knows. All I know is I try to look for supports in an uptrend. And as long as those supports are intact, the squeeze pivots, I know the market's going up. We may have stolen range today. That's probably today's challenge right now. And by that, I'm referring to that we had such a big day yesterday. Okay, this is the 2-day range. And we can see basis this, that 42 is our primary support. Right? You got to get back past that now. Don't overtrade. Take little nibbles if you want to play. And don't assume anything such as the shorts are in control and we're going to get a 50-point pullback. That's the worst type of thinking on a day like today, especially early. Weeklies are going to hang on to their trades until proven otherwise. Until this afternoon.